Well, hello there. How's everybody doing? Looks like Miss Ellen. As always, a pleasure to have you to fellowship with, ma'am. Uh, so yeah, I am South Coast Kane, Jordan Page, in case you can't read, because we all know reading is fundamental. So the reason for this impromptu, spur of the moment, shoot from the hip live show here is I would have done just a video, but takes too long to upload. I just do it live. See what kind of go out here and go fishing, see who I can find out there. Anyway, so yeah, happy Monday afternoon to everybody. Uh we are just a few days away from the early signing period. But anyway, the reason for me sitting here talking is man, people have done gone and lost their friggin' minds. You know, oh, maybe I'm just an old well, you put in fill in the blank, but you know, what it's just a quarterback. It's just a transfer portal. It's not like it's a life or death situation. And just my opinion. Now, people can act the way they want to. If they want to be foolish, they can be smart, even whatever. But people just need to calm down, relax. It's okay. The sun will still come up in the morning if there are no quarterbacks in the transfer portal coming to Miami. I'm just saying. Now, I will say that a lot of this hysteria, for the lack of a better term, is being conjured up. Well, I'm using some good words today on a Monday. It's being conjured up by these folks in the social media realm that are looking for a click, a view, a subscriber. Uh, well, th- the in my opinion, Ellen, the real ones know what time it is. Okay. But I think a lot of it is you got some of these cats that are being worked up into a frenzy by all the stuff that they're seeing and reading, the stuff that's being, I don't want to say purposefully, but a lot of this hysteria is it's being drummed up by the stuff that you see on the social media. And unfortunately, a lot of folks out there don't have the discernment, the wherefore to say, they just trying to, drum up stuff. Because I'm going to tell you, this is just my opinion. Just my opinion. Just like everybody else has an opinion. I, I did it on the Twitter that, you know, the world's not going to end if none of these, if the portal results come up negative on quarterbacks for Miami. If they don't get anybody in the portal, I still think that's something. I think Jakari can start something special at Miami. I'm not saying he's going to come out and be the second coming of insert your favorite quarterback in Miami here. I'm just saying, I really, I really think that Jakari can do it. Now, granted, yes, getting an experienced quarterback to help the younger guys out. But my thing is, it's okay if we don't. It's okay. And again, I guess my philosophy is Miami, the Hurricanes, the university, it's part of my life. My life is not part of them. And that's just me. I'm not judging, I'm not ridiculing. If you're all in, then be all in. But if for what it's worth, you know, I've been following this university for a long time. And I used to be all, you know, up in arms and, be all get all excited and this and that, But I learned a while ago, a good while ago that, you know, it doesn't matter what I do. Miami could shut the athletic program down right now, and there's nothing I can do. You know, I can scream, I can holler, I can look like the petulant child at the checkout line who wants the piece of gum, and mama says, "Boy, you ain't getting that gum." And he lays on the floor and starts, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of us probably been there. But, we can act like that and it won't matter, you know? You know, and one thing I try to tell these youngsters, I guess, of course, there are some old ones that get excited, but win, lose, or draw, when it comes to Miami and the athletics, win, lose, or draw, the sun's still coming up in the morning, God willing. You know, the rent's still going to be due on the first, you know. But I tell you what's wrong. I tell you what's happened to society today. All this frenzy and excitement that I'm talking about, this enthusiasm, if you will, it all started when they came out with instant grits. That's right. When instant grits hit the market, that's ball game. Now everybody wants stuff now, 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 now. I mean, you need at least 15 to 20 minutes on a good pot of grits. Now you can just put it in the microwave for about a minute and a half, but that's what happened. Instant grits. Nah, I'm just being funny, being funny. But no, I just like I said, I just wanted to come on here, give my little 5 cents. Now that I'm over my fanboy syndrome from the other night, I'm good. I'm good. Uh, I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I think I got 2 cents somewhere around here, so I'm gonna give it that. It just it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. If Miami gets somebody, great. If they don't, it's still gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I guess, and I tried to explain it the other night. I don't remember if it was on my 7 o'clock show I had or the show that I was fortunate enough to join with Shad. But I guess I'm just old school. Back in the day where you have the freshman quarterback comes in and they just develop as the season goes on. And, is that a bad thing? I don't think so. Uh, I'm just saying. I mean, people are just, I guess that's just the way they are. But, you know, you can't be Veruca Salt wanting the golden goose sometimes, you know. And the thing that really blows my mind is there's 11 other guys, or excuse me, there's 10 other guys on that offense other than the quarterback. Just say it, you know. Uh, and no disrespect to the quarterback, but you got to remember there's 11 guys on the offense. There's 11 guys on defense. I'm just saying. Now, granted, it doesn't help if the quarterback's throwing interceptions. We've all been a witness to that. Exactly. I want it now. I want the whole world. Yeah, that's about the extent of it. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get on this channel. Uh, you know, Coach Hayes got, twerking shadows on his. I kind of watched some of his late night. He got twerking shadows going on. I'm sitting here singing Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka. Oh my gosh. Anyway, faith, family, and football. Well, hello there. Hello there. Glad to have you aboard. Oh, and I'm not sitting here, pointing fingers, looking down my nose. Uh, if you want to be upset, if you want to be impatient, Hey, man, do you, baby. You be you. I'm gonna be me. I'm just giving my opinion, just giving my opinion because I guess I'm just the type of person that, and no disrespect to the chats, no disrespect to call-in shows or anything, but I've always wanted to be this, you know, because so much can be lost in translation, if you will, during a chat. So much can be lost in the phone call. But when you look in somebody eye to eye, it is what it is. And again, I'm not saying, of course, everybody could, but I'm just saying, this is what I like to do. I'm good at running my mouth and talking and not shutting up. But that's all I wanted to talk about was, you know, and again, I think a lot of this is magnified because there's nothing else to talk about in regards to Miami football, Miami athletics. I mean, you got the basketball team doing their thing, but the bread and butter with the football, there's really nothing to talk about because you still got early signing day is, 2 days away. Uh the portal doesn't close until after New Year's. Miami's bowl game isn't for another 9 days, you know? So people are kind of bored. Uh and I don't want to ridicule any other channels out there, but a lot of folks are kind of in a slow motion period right now where you got to do something to keep the views up. Got to do something to keep the clicks, the likes, the whatever it is. And hey, that's fine. I'm not here if they want to do that, if they want to drum up all this drama, that's fine. Do your thing, man. Shoot. I just it's just it's got to be, more discerning in my opinion. And a lot of people are. A lot of people are. Uh again, I'm rooting for Jakari. I'm officially on the Jakari bus. I've always had there's always something about that young man I liked. And I'm still I'm still on the Jakari bus. I'm just coming out the closet and saying it. That's all. You know, whether whether Cam Ward or Will Howard or Dante Moore, or hell, even if Joe Namath comes out of retirement, I don't care. I really don't. I really don't. And in my in my hurricane world here, my hurricane universe, I'm good with whoever, whatever. I just personally like to see Jakari come out and do good because he had such a rough season last year. The poor guy was put into a situation. It was almost a no-win situation, in my opinion. But that's just the way it went. But uh, if people disagree, that's cool. Disagree. I don't care. I won't, if you feel like we gotta have Miami has to have Cam Ward to win whatever you think Miami needs to win, okay, cool. That's your business. I don't care. Or if you feel like if the world's gonna come to an end and zombies are gonna take over and California's gonna fall into the ocean if we don't get a quarterback, okay, fine. But life's too short to think like that, man. There's far more important things to get all worked up over than a quarterback in the transfer portal, you know. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I want to see Miami have success like you see these other teams having. Trust me, I'm all about that. But I am not going to work myself up in a lather if things don't happen the way I think they should happen, you know. And I believe a lot of folks feel that way. They feel like this is the way I want it. This is the way it should be because I want it like this, you know? And again, that's fine. If you feel that way, feel that way. I don't care. Ain't hurt my feelings, you know? I'm not going to miss dinner tonight worrying about that, you know. So, speaking of dinner tonight, making some poke ribs, some of them baby backs tonight. I'm thinking about making a little batch of waffles to go with that. That's right. We go from Veruca salt, a little singing, to ribs and waffles. Only right here, folks. You never know what you're going to get here. But it's only Monday. But I did see where Mr. What's that, Mr. Rivers, left tackle. He's sticking around for another year. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Uh, but yeah, I'm really I'm really excited for the oh, speaking of the early signing date, man, I saw the other day and I was friggin' heartbroken. I really was because I saw where, of course, nothing has been signed, nothing is official. But I saw where Mr. Kavion Broussard decided he's going to Ole Miss instead of Miami. Man, that hit me hard. Not that I was distraught or on, Valium or anything, but I was kinda I don't wanna say disappointed, but I was kinda happy because Mr. Cavion's here in Zachary where I'm at, and I'm like, "Yes," you know, "Cool. Local guy going to the U." That's what I'm talking about. But, he decided to go to Ole Miss, so I'm like, well, it's cool. I ain't mad. It'd been nice, but it's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, national early signing day is in a few days. That's gonna be real interesting to see not only what Miami gets early, but what everybody else gets. See where some of these young men are going to do their thing. So yeah, Thursday night, as of now, Thursday night, probably going to be a probably gonna be a 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central show because I won't be home from work until I'm in Louisiana. I'm just north of Baton Rouge, Faith and Family, just north of Baton Rouge. Uh so yeah, Thursday night I'll be getting home probably about 6ish Central Time. So I could probably get on air for 7 and we'll have a holiday Thursday throwdown. How about that? A holiday Thursday throwdown. Uh we'll talk about what kind of recruits have signed early. Make sure nobody's having any breakdowns or any anxiety, you know. Hopefully. Oh, you in Texas. All right, dude. I hear you. You over there with Chalupa then. Uh, hopefully, truthfully, uh, by Thursday, maybe there'll be some more clarity with this portal stuff, you know. But you know, it is what it is. But I will say the weather is nice today. This is how winter should be in South Louisiana. It's about 62, 63, sun shining. Love it. This is how winter should be. Anybody who wants a white Christmas or whatever, go to Connecticut or Minnesota. You can have it. You can have my portion. I'll let you have my portion. Been to LA to same trip, went to NOLA way back, had a layover and down. Oh, okay. Went to the NOLA. I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, that's really all I got. I mean, unless there's something y'all would like to talk about while we have the travel and oh my gosh. I have pulled in some all-star studded talent here in the chat, boy. I'm gonna have to keep using this fishing bait all the time. Nah. Uh, but yeah, I just wanted to come out and just give some words of advice in my opinion. And if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. You don't have to. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Uh Hopefully that's funny. That is so funny how everybody they talk about going to New Orleans, the first thing they want to talk about is the food. Man, y'all must oh snap, Crip is in the place. Crip, my man. I mean, everybody I guess I'm just used to it because I'm here. I live it every day. But man, y'all must have some really crappy food where y'all at, man. Shoot. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm joking. Oh, but speaking of food in New Orleans, we're only about probably about a couple of probably about 4 weeks away from crawfish season starting up, you know. John O'Mara, what is up, dude? Man, I didn't think I thought some of you people had jobs, bruh. Bunch of unemployed bums. All you got to do is get on YouTube at 1:30, 2:30 in the evening. Nah, I'm just joking. It's one of my days off, so I'm good. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah. Oh, yeah, they do. I know, John. I'm just being funny. I'm just being funny. I don't care. But anyway, you were yeah, I hear you. But anyway, yeah, that's all it well, it's so all these people going Veruca Salt with the golden goose about this quarterback stuff, it's gonna be okay, man. It's gonna be all right, you know, because I shouldn't say worst case scenario, but one scenario, I guess depends on you view. If no quarterback is picked up in the portal, and I'm sure Jakari's staying, you know, Jakari will come in, do his thing. He's got a good supporting cast. He's got a hell of an offensive line sitting there in front of him. He's got a running back room stacked and packed. You know, you got the receivers, you know. Uh and then the defense. Oh my gosh, the defense is gonna be really good. So it's not like, you know, it's not like the quarterback position is gonna be the make or break as long as they don't throw interceptions. It's not like everything depends on the quarterback. I mean, in a way it does, but in a way it don't, because I mean, you sit there, just hand off, maybe throw a little bit. Ah, you're limping all over the French Quarter, huh? No explanation needed. Ah, but other than that, on a side note, completely switch gears, but baseball is only a few months away, and one of these days I'm gonna do some investigative reporting so I can start on the baseball, I guess. I don't know. But it's pretty crazy because there's really nothing much else to talk about, you know. And you're right, Ellen, they have it. But as long as the quarterback, whoever it may be, as long as they don't turn the ball over, they'll be all right, you know? It'll be okay. Oh, I mean, but I'm sure they'll get somebody. But my advice to fellow fans, and it's just my advice, my opinion, like I said, if they don't get anybody, it's okay, you know? It's gonna be all right, you know? Uh, but I don't know if I should say this, but with all these young men that are in the portal, these quarterbacks that are in the portal, and they're asking for all this money to be on your team, I kind of have a I get this red flag in my mind, in my head, you know, if somebody wants X amount of dollars through NIL to come be at your place, I'm not saying, what, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just some old fool living in the past. I don't know. But Crip, I saw where you said that you finally sent Coop's truck out, huh? You've been working on that thing for about what, a decade now? Nah, I'm just joking, just joking. Uh, if you got any pictures, I don't know if did you take any pictures of it? If you did, Crip, uh, I think you had some up there, but if you have any final pictures of that truck, put it on the Discord, dude. I'd be real curious to see how it looked. I'm sure it came out great, you know. But yeah, talking about the money, I mean, it is what it is. I guess that's just the day and age that we live in now with college sports. But I guess my thinking is, some of these younger kids, younger men can come in, with say a year, well, I say about 2 or 3 years of eligibility. I mean, you're getting a quality education from one of the finest private universities in the country, if not the world, free of charge. Now, I know that probably rubs a lot of, athletic people the wrong way, but let's be honest with ourselves. You know, yeah, everybody wants the glitz and glamour and the money and the dollars and this and that, but you know, these young men are getting a very, very nice education from a very nice institution that can help them out once football is over. But that's just me. That's just me being an old dude. But you know, I just wish some of these cats would stick around so I could get me one of their jerseys or something. Cause I actually thought about getting one of those Harvey jerseys, but I look kind of foolish now, you know. And of course, the last time I checked, I think Canes they're still offering the Van Dyke Miami jersey. Maybe that'll be a collector's item to somebody. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, let's see, I've been flapping my mouth for about 30 minutes now. So uh that's all I had to say. I just wanted to give my opinion, see how everybody's doing today, you know. Uh but just to anybody else who watches this, you know, I know I talked about it the other night about don't believe the hype, but just relax. Don't do it. Little Frankie Goes to Hollywood for those of y'all old enough to remember that. If not, it's cool. I'm sure it's on the Spotify or YouTube Music or Amazon Music. I don't know. Uh, it's going to be okay. We're going to be all right. Miami's going to be all right. We're going to get there. You know, the last thing, but see, the thing that really, I don't want to say it breaks my heart, but it really saddens me that when, we all support and cheer for the Hurricanes. There you go, John. We all say that we support and we cheer for Miami to win, but yet we turn on each other so quickly, you know. And I'm not talking about now. I guarantee you, me and John. I'm just going to pull Mr. O'Mara up because he's the name I see. Me and Mr. O'Mara could have a difference of opinion, but we're not going to sit here and just hate each other. We're not going to put down on each other. We'll just have a difference of opinion. That's all it is. Same thing with Crip, Miss Ellen, uh, Traveling Fools. Now, Faith Family Football, not familiar with you yet, but we're going to strengthen our relationship, buddy. But to those who those of us who all know each other, we can have a difference of opinion. You could say red, I could say blue. You could say up, I could say down. And we're like, okay, well, you go up, I'm gonna go, whatever. But you got some of these cats out there, man. If you disagree with they think is right, well, you're not a real Hurricanes fan. You know, that's the part that kills me. Is my opinion is how can you consider yourself a fan if you're trying to make yourself a better fan than somebody else? That I just don't understand that. Oh, we have a question. Oh, we do. We do. Everybody's entitled to be right. Everybody's entitled to be wrong. But, at the end of the day, we all support the U, and we got to do this together, or we'll be just as bad as Florida fans. We have a question from Faith Family and Football. Do I think JB fits Shannon's offensive scheme? Well, I don't know if we know what Shannon's offensive scheme is. The only thing I know about Shannon's offensive scheme is it does not involve a tight end very often. No, I don't know. And again, excuse me, I've discussed this before, but the main thing is we don't know what's going on behind closed doors with the coaching staff. When I say we, I'm talking us fine folks here enjoying Monday on a YouTube. We don't know what the end game is. We don't know what the plans are. We don't know what all we know is what we see, what we witness on game day. It's like with Shannon, it's you hear about, Dawson's air raid from Houston, all this and that, but you know, I didn't think we did an air raid scheme last season. But then again, it was his first season. And again, we don't know what the end game was. In other words, maybe Mario tells Coach Shannon that, hey, I know it's your first year. Maybe you don't have the personnel you really would like to have. Maybe you do, but maybe, maybe Mario put a governor on that throttle, which is like you don't governor on the throttle means you just don't go as fast as you could go. In case you didn't know, uh and that's the crazy part. All we can do is sit here and speculate, opinionate, and facilitate. Anyway, that'll put a smile on Ellen's face. Pause. Anyway, yeah, I mean, first off, Jakari is a pretty big guy. He's not some small guy. Okay. He's a pretty good guy, pretty big guy, pretty strong guy. He could do some running. We saw, well, of course, he was running for his life last year. Shad the Great. Uh, yeah. Jakari was running for his life last year just because the offensive line was just decimated with injuries, you know? So, Jakari can move. He can run. We saw it because, we were talking about, calling him Jacuzzi because he's got the jets. But yeah, I mean, Jakari can do it. I just think he just needs to get accustomed and acclimated to the college game behind a decent offensive line, which he's got. He's got running backs to hand off to, you know. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying Jakari's going to come out here and win, be part of a 10-win, 11-win season. No, I'm just saying it's not like you're bringing in. – Okay, I'm going to say it's not like you're going to bring in Robert Marv. 'Cause, 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 'cause Those who know about Marv know what I mean. Wasn't it Marv that had like 50 yards pass in one game? But anyway, but what I'm saying is, you know, of course, I would not be honest if I didn't say I do have my reservations only because we have not seen Jakari play yet. You know, that's why I'm real anxious to see him in the bowl game. I really am because yeah, it's like Ellen said. We talked about it the other night. A lot of folks are judging Jakari today based on the evidence of last year. You can't do that, man. We don't know, and some people can bring up, well, I got a friend that, works with a guy whose mama has a cousin that refills the water bottles at the Green Tree. And they said that, Jakari was missing some passes. You know what I mean? Now, in other words, everybody has this source. Everybody has this guy, this friend, this relative, But uh practice is practice. Games is games. You got that, huh, Crip? Oh, Marv. But nah, I mean, just let's just reserve all judgment. Let's, go with a clean slate next week in the Pinstripe Bowl. And let's just see how he does. And I'm telling you right now, he's not going to come out and look like, you know, Doug Williams in the Super Bowl against Buffalo. I forget what year that was. Where, you know, he's not going to, Jakari's not going to come out. He's not going to throw for, he might get 70% completion, maybe 50. He'll probably hit, I think he'll probably do yeah, they might give him 25, 30 attempts. He'll probably hit maybe 10 to 18 completions. I don't know, because the poor guy, he hasn't had game time. He hasn't been on the field. He hasn't had any game time experience since last year. So he may be just a touch rusty. He may have to get acclimated to the speed. But I'm sure the coaches have been working with the young man extensively the last few weeks. You know, I'm sure they're taking care of business. I mean, I hope so. I hope so, or they're going to be some really mad people. You know, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as people want it to be. And sometimes I think people want him. I think people want Jakari to fail, and that's sad. Ah, well, Miss Ellen, I would probably say yes. I would probably use the running game to help Jakari out, just for the simple fact that he's just, it's kind of like when Emory started against Clemson, you know. Oh, because the running game can be a quarterback's best friend, you know, could be his best friend. And then plus, terrible's being nice, John. Plus the running game. I mean, I'm no Coach Hayes. I'm no Shad the Great. I'm not. I'm just saying, the running game will help open up the passing game like you don't believe. Because hopefully Rutgers thinks that they're not going to throw the ball. You know, hopefully Rutgers says, you know what, they got a freshman I say freshman, but sophomore quarterback, redshirt freshman, whatever. No, Shikari be a sophomore. Yeah. Wow, we passed. I mean, and the defensive coordinator for Rutgers would probably be that would be a wise mode of thinking to, bring pressure, and look for the run game. Probably put like 8 men in the box and just dare you to pass it, you know? And then you can use that to your advantage. That's what I'm thinking. But then again, you know, I'm sitting here talking into a microphone on YouTube on a Monday afternoon, so it's not like I'm out there coaching or anything. I'm just saying. I did get a lot of coaching skills off of, the NCAA and the Madden games, so I do have a resume. But yeah, I mean, and again, we got running backs available, you know, just as long, and I have to kind of pause and stretch the neck out on this, but as long as Jakari's not expected to throw 30 wide receiver screen passes, we'll be all right. I think they just keep it simple, you know. But yeah, that's tough. Tough year for the DM. Oh, they will be. They will be. I mean, just from the young men that we saw last year. Just look at this, or not last year, but this past season, not last year, but this past season. You know, offensive line was a heck of a lot better. Running game did okay. The defensive backs didn't look near as dazed and confused as they had in the past. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. Uh, and hopefully everybody calms down and relaxes. But I mean, it's the holiday season, y'all. Let's just calm down, have a little patience. Oh, you gonna get on camera? You gonna get on camera with me? Uh-oh. Puppy dog. Want that screen time. Doesn't rank my earbuds out. At least that's one of them anyway. Yeah. They like to get on screen. They get jealous. Anyway, so yeah. Everybody just take a deep breath. Let's relax. I know it's the hustle and bustle of the holiday season. I know it's the hustle and bustle of portal season, early signing day. I know. But in the words of a wise man said, relax, you live longer. That's the only impression I can do of Schwarzenegger. But yeah, seriously though, guys, let's just stop, relax, smell the roses, enjoy life. There's a lot of more important things in life besides Miami football, unless you're, you know, Mario Cristobal. That's who's paying you. But anyway, that's really all I have. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Uh, Faith and family, welcome. Miss Ellen, welcome. Mr. Omer, good to see you again. Of course, Crip, my man, one of the founding fathers of the U Fellowship. Traveling Fools, if you're still here, thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Always thinking about you, buddy. Hope things are okay with you. Uh, who else? Did anybody else show up that I missed? Okay. Well, but nah, this has been fun. I appreciate y'all spending time from your day to listen to me, chit chat with everybody. Really good stuff. So again, just relax. It's gonna be okay. And if you're not doing anything Thursday, uh, I'll be here. As of right now, like I said, I plan on being here at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, and we'll just me like probably umpteen hundred other folks on the YouTubes and stuff will be just going over what we think about the recruits that signed on early signing day, and if any didn't, then we'll talk about that, and if anything, any portal results, we'll talk about that, and then we'll just whichever way the wind blows us is where we're gonna go. We're kind of like a sailboat in the ocean, wandering aimlessly, but All right, well, that's all I got. Again, thank y'all for stopping by and saying hello, and also thanks to all the new subscribers that we have on the channel. I believe Miss Ella subscribed, Faith and Family and Football subscribed. Thank y'all so much. And one thing I will say, you got to stay alert and stay tuned because you never know what to expect on this channel. But as always, South Coast Cane, Jordan Page, peace, love, and soul, baby. And go Canes. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next time. All right. Bye.